Hey yo, what is up, guys? Your boy is back with my Royal Rumble 2023 review from live from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. I was actually just watching the Royal Rumble 2007. I was watching a couple matches from that, the John Cena Umaga match, great match, and the Royal Rumble 2007, which is my all-time favorite Royal Rumble. I love the ending with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. And yeah, it's really nostalgic for me to watch because those are the people who got me into wrestling. So they're all kind of there. Yeah, I really, really love that show. So yeah, so I watched that to get me hyped up for this show. And yeah, so let's talk about it. I haven't gotten to make a video in a long time. So I was really, really excited for this show. I can't even tell you guys how excited I was. Just like WrestleMania season overall, just super, super excited. And yeah, so the show opened with the men's Royal Rumble, and yeah, I have all the participants here for it lined up. So if I remember anything to talk about here, I really liked the match. I thought it was a really, really good Royal Rumble. Yeah, so Gunther, he opened the match, and he was the Iron Man for this match. Went all the way down to the brink at the end in the final two. So Gunther, he made it all the way to the end of this, starting out at number one. He started against Sheamus, and Sheamus and Gunther have had just an awesome kind of back and forth feud going here, and I really hope it culminates in a match at WrestleMania with Sheamus winning the IC title is what I'm hoping for. So I guess we'll see about that. Trying to see if there's anything like memorable else to talk about. Miz came out. I think he was the first one eliminated. So yeah, there's that. Kofi Kingston came out. Yeah, he got eliminated I don't think he was supposed to be eliminated, but you know what? That's kind of what happens when you continuously do those spots. So yeah, Johnny Gargano had a really good performance. I don't know. We'll just kind of skip ahead here. Oh, Drew McIntyre. Him and Sheamus kind of were like the two. They were in there as long as Gunther was for about 45 minutes there. Johnny Gargano was in there for 30 minutes. He came back. So yeah, a lot of these guys, they had really long and good performances in the Rumble that were quite entertaining. So we'll talk about Brock Lesnar comes out. Brock Lesnar comes out. He gets rid of all the fodder in the ring. Obviously, it was a really like, oh, here comes the boss. He's coming out. He's whooping on everybody. And yeah, so eventually Bobby Lashley does come out, eliminates Brock Lesnar after spearing everyone in the ring. Man, poor Drew McIntyre and Gunther. They and Sheamus, they always got their asses handed to them in this match. Yeah, so Bobby Lashley eliminates Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar just starts destroying shit. Yeah, so eventually Rey Mysterio was supposed to come out. Rey Mysterio did not come out. And then we later found out why, because Dominic Mysterio, he attacked Rey in the back, put his mask on. So it's all, again, leading to the match at WrestleMania. I didn't mention, while this is all going on, the Judgment Day's clearing house in the ring. They're completely dominating the match. Everyone's beaten down, so you know what this means. Edge is coming out. Edge comes out, eliminates, I think, just about everyone in the Judgment Day except for Dominic Mysterio. And yeah, so yeah, and then Edge gets eliminated rather quickly, like within like 2 minutes. So Brock and Edge got eliminated really, really quickly in this. Booker T, he also got to make a surprise appearance. He didn't look so bad, but he does look old. So yeah, he didn't have to be in there too long. Got to do his spin-a-rooney, and he was out. So finally, towards the end here, Logan Paul came out, and I wanted to put a gun to my head because I do not like Logan Paul, as I say every time I get to talk about a review on this channel. So, yeah, I do not like Logan Paul very much. Yeah, and then he and Ricochet did have a crazy spot where they both springboarded and collided right in the center of the ring, and that was nutso. So, yeah, just a big old collision there. Logan Paul did eliminate Seth Rollins, so again, another match that's probably going to be happening at WrestleMania. So that's what I really liked about this match, and I would say this at the end, is that it set up potential storylines for the entire year, and I think that's the best thing about this, is that now we have things set up all going in motion here throughout the next, at least to WrestleMania. So that's what's awesome about this, and in my opinion, probably all the way to the end of the year is what this could all turn out to be. Yeah, so eventually Cody, he comes out at number 30, and we all kind of knew Cody had the best chance at winning this due to those video packages all throughout the Raws and stuff that were leading up to this. And yeah, so it comes down to, I mean, him and Seth Rollins had a really cool moment where they were both beating the shit out of Gunther and they're hitting pedigrees on him. And yeah, anything you can do, I can do better. And the match, it came down to Cody and Gunther, like I said in the beginning. And Cody, there was this one spot where I was like, oh shoot, where it was like where he's getting choked out on the ring apron, which looked like the kind of a tribute in a way to the 2004 Royal Rumble with Benoit out muscling Big Show to get him out of the ring, which was again just an amazing moment. So yeah, that was it. This is a really, really awesome win. So Cody eventually he eliminates Gunther, and I think he hits the crossroads and then clotheslines him out of the ring. Cody going to WrestleMania, I'm really, really happy for him. I know there's a lot of people online who are like trying to act all edgy and stuff and like they don't like this, but whatever, you can't please these dorks ever because they always want something else, or just not this time. It's like, just whatever, just fuck off for 2 minutes. Anyways, that's my little rant on people online. And yeah, good for Cody. I'm happy he won. He's the best choice. Roman versus Cody at WrestleMania. Let's do it, Chief. I can't wait to see this. So, damn, I just finished talking about the Men's Royal Rumble. So moving on to the next match, which was a match I was really, really excited about because I'm a fan of both these guys. I'm a big fan of both these guys, and that's Cody Rhodes versus Bray. Not Cody Rhodes, I already talked about. Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight, and in a pitch black match, and no one really knew what to say much about this match. It was essentially a black light match, and they were wearing neon, so everything was kind of glowing in the dark. And it was a really cool premise. It's just that the match went fucking 5 minutes, and this could have just been on. It just felt like a TV match, really. Bray Wyatt was whooping his ass for the first 3 minutes. They brawl to the outside. LA Knight splashes him off the steel steps through the ring, through the announce table. They go back in the ring. LA Knight goes to hit his finish. Bray Wyatt blocks it and hits Sister Abigail, wins the match 1-2-3, and that was pretty much the match. And then after, it was really cool. Bray had a really awesome look, and I think that's going to sell a lot of action figures is when that does eventually start selling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if they ever make that action figure. And yeah, and then they kind of go to the crowd. And this is what I didn't like because I was having flashbacks to one of my least favorite matches ever, and that was the Hell in a Cell match in 2019 with Bray and Seth, where LA Knight's hitting Bray with the kendo stick and it's not selling anything. And then they eventually end up on a platform. Uncle Howdy appears, jumps off, and then there's flames. So it was a cool spectacle, but it wasn't really much else to it. And then the little Firefly Funhouse people all appeared around, which were also there for Bray's entrance, which was really sick. So in a spectacle, this was cool, but the match itself was a really big letdown for me. And yeah, moving on to the next match, I really don't remember much about this match. Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair. Just kind of a way to get the two girls on the show. Both girls really popular, have big fan bases with the audience. I don't really remember anything about the match other than Bianca Belair really just hitting the KOD, winning, and then Uncle Howdy appearing at the end. So it looks like we're going with Alexa Bliss is going back to join up with Bray Wyatt at some point here. I'm wondering when that's going to be. So yeah. Moving on here to the Women's Royal Rumble. And yeah, Rhea Ripley comes out number 1, Liv Morgan number 2, and these two really carried the match. Both these girls are really over. I really am a fan of both of them. I really, really like Liv Morgan, and I really, really like Rhea Ripley, so I'm really happy to see both of them get all the way down to the end here. And this is actually probably the best Women's Royal Rumble match I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of them. They were just kind of clunky, and there was a lot of old ladies in it, to put it simply. Yeah, so this one was a lot better because they utilized a lot better talent for this, a lot younger ladies who could go, so it was a lot better. They used some NXT talent. Zoe Stark, she's really, really cool. Roxanne Perez, I was happy to see her in there because Booker T trained her, and yeah, she's a really hot chick. So that was cool. Oh, Emma got to be in this, so yeah, like a lot of these girls got to have some really cool, awesome moments in it. Becky Lynch came out, Damage Control, again, kind of doing the Judgment Day thing where they were controlling the match. Becky Lynch comes out, and I think she kind of got eliminated by all of that, or she gets eliminated by Bayley, and then Bayley gets eliminated. So, yeah. So you had a really, really, really good talent in this match, and yeah, so we had a really good Rumble here, all the way up to the end here with Asuka re-debuting as Kana and that sick face paint. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing where this goes forward. So I can't wait to watch Raw tonight and just seeing where everything goes from here. So yeah, I'm a big, big fan of Asuka. Asuka is my favorite female wrestler. I think she's probably the best female wrestler ever. So yeah, I'm a big Asuka fan. The ending was awesome when it came down to Liv, Rhea, and Asuka, because you realistically thought any one of those women could win. Like, realistically speaking, any one of those women had a chance at winning. And yeah, it came down. Asuka goes to do the blue mist to Rhea. Rhea ducks, hits Liv. Liv kicks Asuka off the apron, and then Asuka hits the Oblivion on Rhea. Rhea's just hanging there, and then Rhea Hurricanrana's Liv to the mat. And this was an awesome feel, because it just had an awesome, intense end to the match. And yeah, that's like over who was gonna win. So it built up really good drama at the end here. So I was a big fan of this match, and in my opinion, it's the best women's Royal Rumble match ever. So yeah. All right, main event time. Kevin Owens versus the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. So this is a very, very well-built match. It started all the way back in August, is what most people don't realize, back when Drew was going for the title. And so Kevin Owens comes out. Oh, actually, first they had Hardy play, but we'll just skip that. It wasn't that Hardy was bad. I don't really know how much to say on it. Yeah, so main event time comes out. Roman makes his entrance. Again, feels like the final level boss. Pretty much is how he's been feeling these days. And Sammy's out there. We all know the Bloodline story, the Honorary Uce storyline going on here. And so Sammy comes out with Roman. The match starts going, and I'm watching it was pretty late here. I think the show was over 4 hours long. So I was wondering, I'm like, oh man, how long are they going to be going for this? And yeah, so this is their third match at a Royal Rumble, and in my opinion, it was their second best at the Royal Rumble. I did not like their 2020 match. I thought that was really fucking stupid. Their 2017 match was the best match that they've had at the Rumble. Anyways, so yeah, they're going back and forth here, starting off kind of slow, and then they build up to it. Kevin Owens, it really picked up after Kevin Owens went for the step-up moonsault on the ropes and slipped and fell and landed right on Roman Reigns. That was pretty scary. And yeah, and then there was after that, there became some really close near falls with Kevin Owens hitting the pop-up power bomb and the stunner, which were like this close. And then he ate 2 spears, and then Roman's yelling at Sammy to get the chair. And Sammy's like, he didn't want to get the chair, and he was all like nervous and scared, and then didn't want to do it. And then eventually passes it to Roman. And then I think Kevin Owens hits the stunner on him, and then almost pins Roman. That was a really close near fall. I really bought into that. Next up, I think, so eventually Roman hits a spear on him, and then he spears Kevin Owens through the barricade, and Sammy's like, you need to give up. And then Roman starts slamming him on the edges of the steel steps, which just looks absolutely brutal. They did that on Raw, and I think in like a Drew McIntyre match with Kevin Owens, and I was like, damn, that just looks so brutal. And they did it twice here. And then Roman Reigns hits the spear. 1, 2, 3. Good match. Not a great match. Just a good wrestling match here. I'd say it delivered. It wasn't like insane. But what everyone's talking about is what happened after. And that was the fact that Roman Reigns just starts beating the piss out of Kevin Owens, and the Usos and Solo Sikoa come out. The whole bloodline's there. They're beating down on Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn's like, I don't want to be here for this. I don't want to do this. This ain't right. And then eventually they start handcuffing Kevin Owens to the ropes, and the Usos are just super kicking the shit out of him. And I was like, damn, this is just like violent. And then the boos. And then eventually Roman goes to hit him with a chair, and Sami steps up and goes, no, not today, man. Roman goes, nah, you do it. And then Roman turns, and like the throwback to the Shield, essentially when the Shield broke up, Sami slams him in the back with the chair. Roman collapses, so very similar to the Shield. I was sitting there with my Dean Ambrose face. Roman, get down. Anyways, so then Jay is watching this and he's completely shocked because he totally just went to bat for Sammy, and then Roman and Solo and Jimmy just beat the shit out of Sammy, and Jay, he leaves the ring. He's in tears. He's all just broken up about this, and yeah, Roman, he just is getting "fuck you, Roman" chants. It's just complete chaos in here. This is like maximum level heat Roman's getting right now for this. This whole thing was so amazing. This is probably the best end to a pro wrestling pay-per-view I've seen. I don't know, like, other than like a happy ending, like in just terms of like storyline and stuff like that. This was awesome. And yeah, Sammy's left laying there, just beaten. Kevin's hanging there, and it's just this whole awesome massacre. This was really, really amazing. And yeah, everyone's a really big fan of this, except for when you kind of clue in that Adam Pearce had been going out to break up shit all night, and he didn't show up here to break this up. And yeah, anyways, it doesn't really make sense when you put it like that, but either way, this was really amazing and well done. And yeah, I cannot wait to see where the story goes from here. I am totally tuning into Raw tonight. This is just, like I said, this has implications. This whole Royal Rumble just set up things all for the future here. And yeah, I was a big fan of the show. I thought the show was really good except for 2 matches, but yeah, I just wish the Bray match would have been a little better. But the men's Rumble, the women's Rumble, this whole last bit here with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, amazing stuff. Let me know what you guys all thought of the show. I feel like I've overstayed, but it is the Royal Rumble, and I had a lot to talk about here. I should probably make some other videos throughout the week talking about this stuff, but I never just have the time to do it. But you know what? I'm going to start working on that. So, yeah. Peace out, guys.